All right, greetings everyone. Welcome back to another Carbines and Cantrips book club. This is the first episode of our new book, Lord of a Shattered Land, by the late Howard Andrew Jones. It's a Bane book. I think he's it's the first book of his I've read, but I think he's a pretty prolific Bane writer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we did chapters 1 through 4, which is a little over 100 pages, but I found it to be a pretty quick read. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it goes really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way it's presented, where it's almost like a very ancient historical text,
Yeah, I like
like
that.
really, it really helps you. And the fact that you don't really realize it until uh you don't really realize it like up front, but you are covering a massive stretch of time.
Yeah,
Just within like the first little like arcs of this, like just in these first like few arcs,
yeah,
like this first arc here that we just did or that we just read. Is
yeah.
a lot happens because it's several years
Mm-hmm.
at least.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a lot of traveling. That was kind of one of my. I was kind of thrown off because I was expecting it to be like like a regular novel with a kind of a up and down, but kind of a constant rise up, and then like a climax, and maybe a slow dip for the conclusion. But this is more like a collection of short stories. So like each chapter is almost a short story that has its own kind of start, middle, and end. So it's very it reminds me of this collection of Conan short stories that I got. It's very similar, other than the fact that it's kind of a more contained chronological set of stories.
Yeah, I think that's part of the sword and sorcery influence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people might call it Sword and Planet because this has a bigger overarching story, um, but it's I think there's definitely a Conan-esque inspiration here with Hanavar and
Mm-hmm.
how he does the like miniature stories that all tell an overarching story. And I think there is an overarching story that's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're just being eased into it to introduce the world and the characters.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. At first, I wasn't quite sure how much I liked the formatting and being like a bunch of short stories like that, because I don't know. I like a lot, like with like the last book we read, where we get like, I don't know, closer to the characters, I guess, or more um,
Mm-hmm.
connected to their plot and what they're going through. Where this feels like it's way stretched out and just like random like points along his storyline. Um, like for instance, like for chapter 2, I'm like, is that going to come back later? Like that, because it just seemed like a random, almost like a side quest, like a random encounter while he was stopping to get some lunch, and you got into it with a dinosaur, some natives, and a clan of pirates. So like, I don't know if is that going to come back, or is that just like a random side quest incident?
He's got to take a quick break to punch a dinosaur in the mouth. Um,
Yeah, definitely a cool story though. I mean, I
but
love that
yeah,
little island. It's a cool little uh, wilderness.
he so I think it sets up in four because like if I'm remembering chapter two right, because it's been a while since I read chapter two. If I remember right, like the girl reminds him enough of his daughter
Yeah,
that he's like, ooh, if only she's out there somewhere. And
Yeah.
not to jump too far ahead for uh, everyone, but we are going to cover chapter four. So yeah, he does find his daughter. She's doing badass things for badass reasons, and I think the arch plot that is trying to ease us into, because I mean, it pretty much says on the back of the book, like he's looking to liberate his people.
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty apt title. I mean, his entire empire, his city state has
Yeah.
been shattered, and his people have been sent across the four corners of the Dervid Empire into slavery. So he's got to go and track everybody down and free them and send them back to the colony that he set up, which is a cool mission. Like I like the setup for this plot. I also like the Hannibal slash Roman Empire vibes. Like obviously the Dervan Empire are the Romans, Hannibal is Hannibal, um, which is cool. I like that. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and
I I thought
go
I'd have
ahead.
an easier. I mean, those were really.
Oh, I think you cut out, dude.
Yeah, you cut out.
No.
I think his internet.
I can see him moving. I can't hear him.
Yeah, I see him moving. I can't. Yeah.
It had to catch up.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to bail over to the phone. I thought I would find it easier to know where the little places were. Like, it's very obvious that the enemy is Rome, that Hannivar is Hannibal, and Leith is his version of Carthage. All these little islands and stuff like that, I'm like where that is, no clue.
You kind of need to toss that because yes, the Durban Empire is analogous to Rome. Yes, Volcanus is analogous to Carthage. The actual geography is not going to line up one for one with
with Earth.
Yeah.
with Earth in the Mediterranean. Yeah, like how many islands are in this huge great sea? As many as Howard Andrew Jones needs there to be.
Needed. Yeah.
and then some.
Yeah.
Because there's islands with dinosaurs and shit and other monsters that he'll just lure people to their deaths with.
I will say I feel like each chapter or each story he gave us like a unique monster for each story, which was cool. I like that.
Mhm.
I think I like the Gatsy or however you say it a lot, but I also like the mold goddess. I thought she was pretty rad.
Yeah, I liked how it definitely ramps up to where it's like a much more mythical and like you're like, oh, is this just like a low magic setting, like a somewhat like a la historical novel? Oh, he's fighting there's cave magic and a serpent, but is it really magic? And then, oh, now he's fighting a dinosaur and some pirates, and
Yeah.
oh, now he's fighting these other monsters and these things that might be spirits going. And oh, it's the sword and sorcery classic of the evil god shows up and kills the guy that summoned him.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it seems like that guy was probably high on shrooms and didn't realize what he was doing.
I mean, yes, I love that. I love that trope. I
Yeah.
also love how, like you said, he was high on shrooms, didn't realize, oh, my evil god showed up and now he's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Oh, she's super. At first, he's like, "Oh man, everyone is so stoked to see her," and then he's like, "Wait a minute, no, she's just killing everybody or putting them into like a coma." And he's like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
Don't you hate it, man? You get high on shrooms one time, try and make a sandwich, and all of a sudden the evil mold goddess is killing everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
you join a death cult and you start sacrificing people in a pit, raising the dark mist.
I mean, it was a one-time thing. It was a one-time thing.
Just hanging out with the boys, going for
a
camping trip.
I love how even in spite of that, this general that thought he had killed Hannivar, thought he had bested Hannivar, is like so laser focused on when he sees Hannivar there. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot him with this bow." That he ignores. There's this mold goddess killing everyone in this arena, dude, and she's like 10 feet from you. You might want to do something.
Which I feel like a Roman senator would do if he saw like Hannibal within bow shot or crossbow shot, whatever he was. I think it was a bow.
Yeah, I think it was a bow.
Yeah, dude.
Attack something besides Hannibal or draw 25.
Yeah. I love how even some Durban or like Durban adjacent people seem to throw in their lot with Hannivar after the arena incident, just because they're like, you're a lot more reasonable than the that general and that guy who summoned that mold goddess
and locked us in the arena with it. Yeah,
they're like, so you got an island somewhere? Like, where can we post stuff?
Yeah, keep it on the low, dude. Yeah, I think Ben was talking about it when we were reading Academy of Outcasts, but he likes how like Larry, his fantasy names are easy to pronounce. I will say like with like Conan and like this one a little bit, some of the names were kind of like, I was like, man, what are they saying here? There's like so many cultures, which is obviously super common in fantasy, but I do like the little more, I don't know, consolidated or contained worlds like Locke in Saga, the Forgotten Warrior, or not that Academy is really contained or small, but it's like, you got the hub and then the worlds seem pretty straightforward, right? There's like the 7 elements plus, I guess 6 is the time shut down. But yeah, it's like not quite so much to try and wrap your head around, which is I kind of like that in the fantasy. It's a little more straightforward, but I do like this too. It's just I prefer that. I think it's my more favorite style. But I might be speaking heresy to fantasy readers, so don't lynch me.
I think it's a modern thing. Sword and sorcery is a genre that it doesn't evolve on purpose. And I'm not knocking it for that, but that's just the truth of the matter. Like, this feels old because it's written to feel old.
It feels very classic.
Because if you try and take sorcery and update it and make it more modern, it doesn't feel like sword and sorcery anymore.
Yeah,
it's a really hard balance to strike as someone who like really loves Robert E. Howard but writes in a very modern like writing style. It's difficult, and so most of the time, if you want it to be successful, you just don't. And so that's one of those things that like we've been reading a lot of more modern writing style, and now we go to a sword and sorcery novel, and it's very much an older style, and it took me a minute to get back used to it. There's appendices in this book.
Dude, I love that. The little you
like,
talk about the little notes at the bottom.
Yeah, there's little for anybody that for some reason is watching this and hasn't read this, you get the little number notations at the end of like chapters and stuff that'll tell you more information about things that pop up. It's interesting. It's also with the style that this is some kind of like
a historical
ancient historical recording. Yeah.
Like it's something written by I'm trying to think of the great Roman historians.
Herodotus.
Yeah, like Herodotus.
Yeah.
So are you doing the ebook?
Yeah.
So mine are actually on the page. So wherever the word is that has the number, mine are actually just at the bottom of the page. I don't know if you can see, but there's like little like notation at the bottom. Which is, but it's cool, dude. It's just like, I don't know. It's a cool way to like expand the lore of the world and do a little bit of extra world building without like bogging out the exposition. Plus, it adds that flavor of the historian.
Oh, they were a blast in Nevernight. In the Nevernight Chronicle, the appendices were more fun than the text was sometimes.
I lived in the side note about appendices. Some of the fake footnotes in like an alternate history or like an alternate generals or like alternate warriors, like those alt history anthologies, they'll put like fake footnotes from like that altered timeline, and some of them are just gold. I'd have to go dig through like Cold War Hot or something to find some of my favorite. But you'll have like bizarre historic, like I'm trying to think of an example. Never mind. That one would. I thought of a great one, but I was like, that one would take forever to explain.
Yeah. This is, I mean, I'm listening. It's not quite like what you're talking about, but I'm listening to Hard Magic right now, and like there's like these points like in between the chapters, I think, or maybe it's just in between character POV switches. But there'll just be like a random historical snippet, not necessarily from like the perspective of one historical character, but just like a random news bulletin or whatever, and it'll be like the Titanic almost sank, except there was I can't remember what they called the people with ice powers, some brave hero working engineer that had ice powers saved the Titanic, and that's like kind of how he explains the altered history from this little like news snippet about the Titanic honoring this engineer who sacrificed himself with his ice powers to save that Titanic, which I'm really enjoying that.
However, is that the book with Psychic Steve Diamond?
I don't. There's no Steve Diamond in it yet. I do. I think I have heard that Larry put Steve in one of his books. It might be Hard Magic, but he hasn't showed up yet. I feel like I would notice Steve Diamond.
I don't know if it's that book. I believe it's that series.
Yeah, it might be like the second or third. It's great, dude. I'm loving it. It might be. It's really good. One of my favorite of Larry so far.
I really enjoyed it as well.
That might have to be one of the next ones I pick up.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, so we got like our 4 stories.
Mm-hmm.
We got Hanavar escaping the guy who's trying to. My memory's a little foggy because, like I said, it's been a while since I read the earlier couple chapters. But there's the serpent.
The serpent?
Yeah, the serpent or the snake thing, and
The
I
chapter
forget
one.
the exact. Yeah, and but like Hanavar had a relationship with one. His is dead,
Yeah.
so
They
like
got him.
he can't do whatever hocus pocus he can with that.
He had a sweet
But
golden one.
Yeah.
Azalda, I believe, is ASA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Asalda.
yeah, Azalda or something like that. Is I just read it as dragon.
Yeah.
It's the way it read.
Yeah. Well, I assumed it looks like the thing on the cover, which is like that big
That
snake monster.
That's the scene from chapter 1.
Yeah.
that seems like it.
Uh,
Which is cool. I like when the
Yeah.
covers have recognizable moments from the novel.
From the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Gemini, hey, caught you live. What's going on, dude?
So sometimes it's a pain to get the cover artist to reference something that actually happens in the material.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hanavar escapes. He gets away. He's get on his boat. Then we have his adventure on the island where he fights a dinosaur
Mhm.
Dinosaur and
some-
pirates.
and pirates.
Natives/pirate. He's on the natives team. Pirates are trying
Yeah.
to enslave the natives.
Yeah, he helps like the little girl and her friends or whatever.
Mhm.
Rome Antiquity Islander Goonies, and with Hannibal versus a dinosaur and some pirates.
Yeah.
Then
Whichever-
we
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry. That's a good recap.
Yeah, and then we go to the tombs. We go back to Vulcanus, where the Dervins are doing the totally honorable, noble thing of robbing the
Yeah.
graves blind.
I don't think it's Vulcanus. I think it's like a special isle that they like take their dead to. I don't think.
Yeah,
it's actually the city.
Yeah, I don't think it was Vulcanus itself. It was like the island that was like dedicated to their tombs, and he's
Yeah.
like, "All right, I'm gonna have to give up one of my family's tombs, but like we need to use this tomb for this trap and get the weapons from it more than they need it.
Mhm.
We need these weapons more than the dead."
Yeah.
And Dervin Greed Dervin Greed cost a lot of Dervins their lives, and some are stuck in a tomb forever now.
I think it's just that one trader who technically was a Volani. The other ones got killed. I think I think the only survivor was the turncoat who.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Traitor.
The traitor. He's trapped down there with the ghost of his family forever.
Yeah.
The rest of them are dead.
They're dead. They got killed. Killed good.
Killed real good.
Yeah. Then it goes to
So-
chapter 4.
Yeah, then we go into chapter 4 with the arena, where he disguised himself as a centurion. His daughters, like, they
I don't
aren't
think it's his
especially-
daughter. I think it's just a L tier, like general or something, or L tier officer. Jarissa is the one's name.
I was pretty sure it was our daughter. It might be. It's someone he knows.
Yeah, it's
he
one,
has,
of
like-
his, one of his female warriors. But I
Yeah,
don't
like
think
she's one of the female warriors. I'd have to go back and reread it again because I read chapter 4 like a month ago.
yeah.
It's so much has happened. Like we had to go do Academy of Outcasts and Esther between what I read chapter 4.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think Jarissa. I think it's just one of his like old comrades. I don't think it's his daughter.
All right. I'll have to.
Did you? Unless I'm wrong. What do you think, Jesse? Did I read that wrong?
I don't know. I'm reading honestly, like that's what I'm doing off on the side is going back through it.
Yeah. I will say at the end of chapter 4, I feel like that chapter was my favorite, and kind of like I really wanted to keep reading the chapter 5.
Yeah. So yeah, chapter 4 things ramp up significantly. We
Yeah.
got the L tier. We got this chick. The dude who's writing the book joins him.
Yeah.
By chapter 4, by the end of chapter 4, I don't remember if he's a Durvan guy or not, but he throws a lot in with Hanavar because,
Keeps
like I
calling
said,
like a harem or something. Which I
Yeah.
don't know if that's just like a vassal state of the empire or just a certain part of the empire or what, but
if he's like, yeah, you're a lot more reasonable than the guy who's trying to shoot you with an arrow while the mold goddess is killing everyone in that arena.
yeah. The badass always has to have a bard come with him. You just have to. Have someone tell your stories, dude. Write a cool song.
Yeah, like someone's got to tell a story, like this story.
Exactly.
Uh,
What was your favorite chapter? Or we can almost call them stories because, each chapter is like a short story.
each I like that in sum total, I kind of like, I don't want to say it's a formula, but this is the Sword and Sorcerer DNA. I appreciate how each little story is like just absolute goober. This absolutely just is some absolute goon or moron or evil bastard, and that like when their fate is finally dealt to them, you're like, oh yeah, he had that coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess every chapter, huh? What was chapter 3? Oh yeah, obviously that was all the guys that got murdered in the tomb.
Yeah, everyone that traitor led into that tomb, including the traitor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Also, like a lot of times, I guess it's not as much as like you see with Conan in this book so far, but you see like a lot of the main character kind of get described from maybe like the other, like the side characters' POV. So like the girl sees Hanavar and you see how she sees him, and like, oh, he's looks able and all this stuff, and how he moves and how he's built and stuff. I like that kind of style that I noticed in Conan. I kind of see here as well.
Well, and it was funny to me because in the third chapter, so in chapter 2, we get the like view of him from the outside, and he looks like this like strong older man, and like he's like, I'm a general, and she super respects that, and like there's all this like emphasis put on who he is. And then in chapter 3, there's a moment where he's like, I am too old for this shit. It's like a direct moment of him like, he's like, in a better world, I'd be sitting out on the beach watching the sunrise, like sipping a martini. But I mean, it doesn't say sipping a martini, but that's what he means. Is like just I'd be like day drinking, retired, and not having to deal with all this.
He's like covered in mud seconds after getting attacked by those things in the cave. He's like, man, like
dude, that description when he goes in there of like the cave floor being covered in guano, basically with like maggots like writhing in the poop, and he's like running through it and splashing it all over himself. Yuck. That was gnarly. I do really like that he's. Oh, go ahead.
I love how he uses those things to kill a Durvan. Like, it seems like minutes later.
Yeah, like, to get attacked by
10 times 10.
Yeah, to get attacked by bat seagull piranhas.
Yeah, what even are those things, dude?
Yeah,
that's a combination of a bunch of crazy animals.
Yeah, that's what they came across as to me, is like they were like
bat seagull piranhas.
Yeah, bat seagull piranhas.
Yeah, like I think that's the best way to see, because they get the bats. They're in the cave. They're sleeping during the day, and they're all hanging. There's guano all over the floor, but then they have like beaks with serrated teeth inside. So
it's nocturnal seagulls that have piranha mouths and eat people or anything else they can get a hold of.
Really like crabs, but if you're in the vicinity, they're going to take you down.
Also, like, I think it's really interesting, and I kind of love this aspect of Hanavar's character in that he isn't like, he just doesn't go and like, he doesn't physically overpower every threat. He kind of goes in there and he's essentially like a Delta Force or like Green Beret dude, where he's just like anything that he could turn almost anything into a weapon.
Yeah.
The environment, the evil murderous animals in the environment, your weapons are going to be his weapons.
That's totally my weapon now.
Yeah, if you summon an evil goddess to kill people, he's going to leverage that against you.
Yeah. If you bring a canvas tent, he's going to set it on fire with your own torch.
Yeah. Well, and it's that age and treachery thing. Like he knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two. So he turns that to his advantage. And that's really fun. It's a fun augment to make him Conan-esque without being a Conan insert.
Clone per se.
Yeah.
It does hark back to, it makes him feel a lot like, how the Rome it does he comes off is in the reality of this world how the Romans saw Hannibal
Yeah.
like in their head. And I think it's really clever and cool how Howard Andrew Jones did that.
Yeah. I do like that Hannivar is an older dude. One, because I like that he's so like tactical and he thinks all these situations through, and he's not just like, I'm gonna stab the shit out of whatever's in front of me like Conan would. Not that Conan isn't also smart, but he's just like, I'm gonna fucking murder everything in front of me because I'm Conan. So yeah, I like that about him. I like that there's like notable limitations to him physically. Like he knows his knee is hurting. He has to constantly do his Tai Chi in the evening to keep his body loose and limber and maintain himself. And like even when he's fighting the Legionnaires in chapter 4, he like kills all of them and he's down to the last guy. And he's like, well, this guy's a lot younger than me. So if I keep it like, a stalemate, he's going to outlast me. So he like pushes the attack to try and get that last guy. So yeah, I like the fact that he's not like, he has all this experience that makes him super deadly, but he's also tempered a little bit by his age. So he has like this a little bit of restriction to kind of keep him honest, which I like. Also, like when he gets back in the arena, he disguises himself as himself. They'll never guess.
Of course, I know who I am. The dude disguised as another dude.
Yeah, the senator's like, that's a much better likeness.
Yeah, he's like, this guy looks a lot more like Hannivar.
Yeah.
In fact, that is him.
A platypus.
Hannivar just puts on like the little like fedora.
Yes.
Oh my god! Now I'm just imagining that senator's fucking doofus.
Yeah, doofus.
Good stuff, dude. Yeah, the monsters, dude. I think with chapter 1, we get the snake, obviously the Isolda, but I really I can't remember what it was called, but that weird talking troll bird that like won't let them pass on the bridge until they give them some wine or let them eat somebody.
Yeah.
That
was awesome.
I don't know
if they
there's
named it.
Anthropomorphic critters in this, like you had the weird dragon kin gargoyle thing that you're talking about that was like, you have to give me something to pass, and they're like, here, get wasted, and he was like, okay, that'll work, but I need more later.
Yeah.
And and then the dinosaur thing was two-legged. It was like a two-legged crocodile. And it's like, man, we got a lot of stuff that walks around like people but ain't people.
Yeah.
The dinosaur thing was like I pictured like those depictions of like the lizard man of Skateboard Swamp, but with like some feathers, like a little bit.
I like that he used it against the pirates. That was funny, dude. That was a good tactic.
Yeah. I love that. Like they didn't realize what was happening until they're already in that thing's den.
Yeah.
Like they just walked into it.
Hey, come out, dude. They start smoking out the giant lizard monster. Yeah. That's funny, dude.
My Hannivar, what big teeth you have.
The guy gets obliterated.
The funny thing about it was at that moment, like, as clever as it was, it wouldn't have how can I put this? I feel like if that had been I don't know what to call it, a fire team, if that had been a small cohort of like hardened troopers, then they'd have been like, it's a monster, and they'd have just like stabbed the thing to death, because they had already shown you could kill it. But it was these goofy pirates that were like only used to enslaving poor islanders when outnumbered 6-1. Yeah. And the moment they saw the monster, they all bailed. And their captain, who's the only one with any stones, is like, kill it! And then she turns around and looks, and they're all gone. And so you have this Scooby-Doo moment where everybody's running, trying to get away because the dudes in the back that had spears just didn't have the nuts to step up and poke it to death while it was eating one of their buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that the captain got a very unceremonious death. One of her people just like a strike to the back of the neck or something, just killed her on the way down the mountain.
Yeah, kill her and basically stabbed her in the back on the way out.
Yeah. I will say the last line he says to that little girl was pretty good, man.
That's what makes that one my favorite chapter. When you ask what our favorite part was earlier, that story's my favorite so far because of the how hard the ending hit.
Yeah, that was a hard line. It's like warriors don't cry, and then he's like, they do when heroes die. And I was like, oh, that's so good. I think go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, to explain the significance of that, this young woman who by my reading is late teens. Her brother and his friends are all doing their warrior trial off on their own, and she's wanted to be a warrior too. So she goes and sneaks along with them for this. They get captured, and she's instrumental in the rescue, but she takes a throwing knife in the rescue.
Yeah.
And is mortally wounded, and that was that exchange is between her and Hanavar as she's dying. And that's the last thing that he says to her is she asks him why he's crying, because warriors don't cry, and he's this big bad general, and he says they do when heroes die.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of their conversation because she passes on.
Yeah. It's also significant too because in her tribe only men can be warriors, and she's really defensive of, like, anytime he questions her, like, why are you doing this, she thinks it's because he's saying, like, you're a woman, you can't do this, when really he's just like, no, it's tactically this is a really stupid idea, whatever you're doing. And then she finds out that where he's from, women can be like generals and like warriors and stuff, so she's like super intrigued by that. So it's a really cool like relationship they quickly form, like a respect that goes back and forth, and obviously it leads to that line, which is very powerful. Great line. But yeah, I'll say my favorite part was when he puts all his armor on, and then the traitor and the legionnaires come down into the crypt, and then the door comes down, and you just see Hanavar there in his armor, and then he just starts fucking killing people.
Yeah.
And then like all of his men are wearing like the armor of the dead of his family, so it's basically just like the spirit of vengeance has just come out in full plate armor and just murdering all these people. Yeah, that was a great scene.
This is vengeance. It just started killing them with this gladius or whatever.
Yeah. But I still think chapter 4 overall was my favorite, just because of like the Legionnaire fight. That was awesome. He like throws the poison at the guy, and it like hits the lantern and sets his arm on fire. What a badass. That's like you're saying, like he can use anything for a weapon. Like, yeah, dude, literally he like waits for the guy to like get close and hand him the poison, and then he like, all right, time to fucking kill everybody.
Pocket poison.
Yeah, yeah, he's a pimp, dude. I like Hanavar.
Yeah, Hanavar is great. I'm sure we've got like a running theme, 2 characters in a row with like pocket poison, pocket fire.
Yeah. It's good stuff, dude.
I think that's a big difference in, like, I hate to talk again about modern writing versus older writing, but Sword and Sorcery has the ability to like take a moment like that seriously, versus more modern writing would have had a moment where like some wacky stuff like that happens and everybody's just like was that necessary? It would have been a good comedic relief moment, but there's no comedic relief on this train.
Yeah, not really. It's
It you can like laugh about it later because, I mean, hindsight or whatever. But then you're like, I forgot where I was going with that.
It's dark humor. Like you can have dark humor about it later, but you can't. It's not funny in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the moment you're like, oh shit. But
yeah, I really like that whole scene in the mines when after he like almost gets out of it, but then he falls in at the last second and gets trapped down in that pit. Yeah, I like that whole. I thought maybe he was gonna get stuck down there a little bit longer, but when he actually gets to where he's going and like does this little shimmy up the shaft and then back down and then goes back up. Oh, dude, that was made me tired and made me want to go take a nap and made my shoulders hurt. My legs quivered a bit.
I was like, ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
He just goes so hard. And it's like, I think that's a combination. I think the thing that makes Hannafar as a character so appealing is his relentless sense of purpose, his relentless drive to fulfill his mission.
I also like his loyalty to his people too.
Yeah.
Well, but they're the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're like, my people are all I have left, so I'm going to do my damnedest to like free them wherever I can. It is a relentless drive to do that. And then it's on top of that, he's not blinded by it either though. He's got this keen mind, he's very clever, he's got this tactical flexibility. He uses the poison they wanted him to drink as a weapon to kill another guy.
Mm-hmm.
You turned the piranha bat seagulls into a weapon. He turned the mold goddess was a weapon. The tomb of his family.
Yeah.
Was a weapon. The dinosaur.
Dragon.
The dragon too.
I don't know who's listening out there, but if anybody's paying attention and you're around when it happens, that's how I want to be buried, by the way, is with enough armaments for my grandson and all his buddies to come in and load up and take out a rebel or take out an invading encampment. Bury me with 6 sets of plate carriers and AR-15s. Yeah.
I need a battalion size allotment of a 5.56, bulletproof vests, helmets, night vision equipment.
Yep.
I want that buried.
All vacuum sealed.
That buried Connex box from Terminator 2 that they get like the Gatling gun out of.
Loads and several Connexes worth of material buried with me.
Yeah. Grenades.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's a very bad movie. Speaking of buried armaments, but I forget the name of the name.
I thought you were trying to say Terminator 2 is a bad movie. I was like, hold
on. No, it's the L. Ron Hubbard movie with
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth. Yes.
Oh, that movie is bad.
It's just bad. I mean, I think that it's just bad in general. But I'm going to make a lot of people mad saying that.
They had Harriers buried for like 500 years, and they still worked. Not only that, but you managed to learn how to fly a notoriously difficult to learn to fly aircraft in like a weekend with a flight simulator. You know how many Marines were killed?
We basically reverted to like caveman level intelligence. If I remember that movie right, actually, like really like dumb.
I mean that's
primitive.
That's like maybe a tier below Marines, but like
it's their Marine birthday, aircraft. Man. Come
on. I've been hearing about their birthday all weekend. Like I can give them a little grief.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in like decades, man.
I don't know why you'd see it more than once. So
yeah, I've only seen it one time.
So when we were in Kosovo, we would watch movies regularly. And because nothing would happen at our OP for hours, and when things did happen, we had plenty of time to write down the license plate or whatever as a car came down the long road, because we had plenty of warning time to go take care of that. So we'd watch movies while we're waiting for things to happen. And when our squad leader sat in our OP with us, he only wanted to watch movies he'd seen before. So he'd be like, "No, you're watching. We're watching movies no one's seen." So we got annoyed enough. We'd intentionally watch bad movies when he came out with us. Battlefield Earth was one of them. He'd never seen Battlefield Earth, and Now, unfortunately, he'll probably never see a new movie again.
This is why I don't do that. Been burned too many times. Yeah, I was in Atsugi, and me and my buddies, there's like 4 of us. We went to go see Alita Battle Angel on base, and none of us liked it, dude. We like this. That was, I don't know anything about the anime, but I did not like that movie. So we ended up going back to our barracks, and we watched Polar on as a Netflix original. It's like about a retired assassin. And that
Polar's
movie
pretty good.
ass, yeah, that was a good palate cleanser. Yeah, that's a super gangster movie, like just super violent.
Bizarrely, there was this string of Netflix assassin movies that were solid.
Yeah.
There was Polar.
That is weird.
Yeah, it was like oddly. If I had a nickel for every time, the Phineas and Ferb references are just smacking tonight. No, what was the other one? God, it was a lady.
Assassins? Oh, a lady.
No, it was any other any other day I'd be able to spit this out immediately. No, it wasn't Hannah. It was
Salt?
No, it had
it's a lady assassin?
Yep. Spoiler, she's poisoned. It was I'll look on Netflix soon, right. But I'll just yell it out in a minute and interrupt the conversation.
I'm so confused.
Let's see. I mean, what else we got for this sweet first 4 chapters?
It definitely feels like when you take them like as like parts of a whole, it does feel like the previous 3 chapters were building up to this moment where, because like I said, some pretty significant things happen in chapter 4.
Yeah.
Hanavar, he meets the guy that is writing this book, the in-universe narrator. He meets him. The stakes are ramped up entirely. We're not just dealing with like a random king or a random Durvan patrol. We have the opposing general from the war and this mold goddess.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully the bright light took her out like she was a gremlin.
Kate. The name of the movie was Kate.
Not seen that.
It's good. It's good. It's got Bruce Willis and Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Okay.
And that's who I was. I could see her in my head and was like trying to remember her movie name instead of her real name. Yeah, but there was this whole string of assassin movies that just kept popping up, and it was like that was the other one.
Netflix had some good originals back in the day. I remember watching The Ritual. I really like that. Yeah, dude. This chapter 4 seems like his the first 3 chapters are just kind of his like short term. Got to do the next thing. You know, he had to get his brother's ashes interred on the dead island. That was kind of like a short term. This is what I have to do right now goal, or get free of. I can't remember the first place he was stuck at, but get free of these people. Now that he's like free of that, did the thing he needed to do, was getting the ashes interred, and now in chapter 4 he has rescued more people, and we kind of get this idea that he's already sent people back to the colony, like from the crypt, and I sending these people to the colony, and he's got his little narrator with him now, and his overarching plot seems to be becoming a little bit more clear now that he was going to go throughout the empire and try and rescue not just like as many as he can. His goal is to rescue all of his people.
Yeah, like it seems a lot more deliberate now.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's kind of what sucked me a little bit more in by the end of this chapter. I was like, oh shit, yeah, let's go, dude. And I also like he seems to have this, he acknowledges it, I think in chapter 4, where he's like, he starts just grabbing other slaves. He's like, no, fucking come on, dude. Even though they're not Balani, he's like, these are all my people now because they're all getting dicked down by the Empire.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, like fuck the Durvan people at this point. Like,
all my friends hate Durvan.
I like how he's talking shit to the guy. Literally just shot him in the arm, and yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm streaming on Rumble, so it's like, sorry. Anyway, lost my train of thought. When he gets shot in the arm by, how do you say that guy's name, by the way? Kayaks? It's got the senator. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Anyway, he like gets shot by the guy, and like he sees the Hannibal sees the mold goddess coming up on the stadium towards him. He's like, dude, you got to get your people out of here. He's like, he's worried about the Dervins. Like, this guy isn't being a good leader and watching out for his people.
yeah,
As,
like
a
he's
hero
more
in his
he's
arm.
more. He says something about Hannibal's character where the people that have done nothing but made him suffer. He's more concerned about their well-being than the actual Durban senator.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I know we have a thing going on, but that mold goddess is gonna kill all of your people.
Yeah. Then even Hannibal is like, you guys should probably get down on the ground floor because I just set your roof on fire. So get away from that.
just, hey neighbor, don't mind me. I just want to let you know.
Good
So,
tactic.
no, your boy summoned this mold goddess and it's killing everyone.
I do enjoy that in stories and movies and stuff and it didn't really happen here. But where there's that moment of where like two dudes are just in this knockdown drag out and then something much more pressing pops up and there's this clear moment of like, you know what, you and I can handle this in a minute. Like, just give me a second.
Let's try living first.
Yeah. We'll fix that and then we'll kill each other. Yeah, like that's
yeah. Yeah, I like the L tier. But I was a little like, I was like, I don't know, like I love badass female characters, but as far as I know, there's only 2 L tier in that whole gaggle of female gladiators. The rest were just like Volani, bakers and potters and regular citizens. Granted, they had however long they had to train. I don't remember what they said, but it was probably a good amount of time to go through like a little L tier boot camp. But even so, it seemed like they were facing off against these massive, powerful, like professional gladiator dudes. And like their phalanx seemed like it was holding up pretty well. I don't know, like physically, if they have like magical abilities and stuff, okay. But I don't know how much I bought that scene. I guess I don't know how.
I mean, some of it is just like teamwork.
Yeah.
Because like holding a shield wall is like, it's not quite like a one-on-one fight.
Yeah, it's like a leverage.
It's a leverage situation. You got people behind you pushing you. You could shift and move people who are tired around.
Yeah.
Because like you're not going to be pounding. Yeah, like you're not going to just pound like, if you just pound like the same like 8 people over and over again, they're going to get tired. They're going to fatigue and fall down. But when they're rotating, when they're switching, when you have to jump back because the person behind them is trying to jab you with the spear, which gives them a second to rotate. Like, yeah, they were smart. They moved around enough. I was like, okay, yeah, realistically there, because he also seemed to make a point that the gladiators were more interested in fighting like as individuals.
Yeah.
Whereas
that's true.
Alani are like a very cohesive, very focused. Mm-hmm. They are a unit.
Yeah.
And like you're not just fighting the one Alani, you're fighting like all of them.
Yeah. That's fair. I have been reading a lot of stories with kick-ass female characters in it. So like the L tier sound really cool. I just read the first 2 Forget Nothing books, which are really cool. Galaxy's Edge, I think they're like novellas. They're pretty short.
Oh, that's about Homegirl.
Yeah, Andy and Broxon.
Yeah.
The Nether Ops lady.
I ain't got that far yet. I need to.
These are like prequel origin story.
Once you guys are caught up, like I need to speculate with you about Broxon.
Yeah, I'm on book. So I've done the prequels of the Savage Wars, the 2 Forget Nothing prequels, and I've done Tin Man, and then the 6 books in the mainline series, and Order of the Centurion, the Lost Legion. So now I'm on book 7 in the mainline. There's just so many Galaxy's Edge books, and they keep making more. It's hard to catch up.
I'm gonna have to reread The Betrayed with the next mainline one that comes out, just so I can remember what happened. Like I've like the highlights in my head, but I'm like, for full context, I'm gonna have to like sit down and read it.
Yeah,
I still need to read Mercenaries of Atlantis.
that's a good
I'm
one.
most of the way through it.
Yeah.
It was expected, but it's been good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I can't say that I didn't. I had some gripes with it, but overall, it was a pretty fun, violent, gory. Just I said it's the book for the murder hobo in your life, dude. Like it's just a lot of killing.
Yeah, the only thing I would say with Mercenaries of Atlantis is don't look at the cover and form an expectation.
Yeah.
Because that's what got me. Was I looked at it and I was like, oh, cool, this is going to be kind of like a Spartan novel. And, I always expect that there's some kind of Wargate kind of thing going on or whatever. But I still expected that to be the focus. And then you spend the first, 7 chapters focused on slaves. And it was like, this is weirder than this turn I didn't think it would take.
Yeah. I know I read the description of the book and figured out like who Mace actually was. I was like, oh, it kind of made me more interested knowing that he wasn't like, even though he kind of mentions it, like doing the description, if you read the blurb, it tells you who exactly he is. Like, oh, okay, that's really interesting. So I had some issues like that. And like some of the, like there's that one scene when he first goes back in history and he's like driving. I feel like there's like a ton of metaphors just hammered down on me right there. So it's like a little prose nitpick, but overall, like I had fun reading it. But yeah, it's a different story than what you think you'd see from the cover.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that one. Gemini says, did you figure out what the Savages are? I've read the Savage Wars. I think, Jesse, are you done now, or are you on book 3?
I've only done book 1. I've been bouncing around a lot and been, we've been reading for this, and so I'm reading like one me book and then whatever we're reading here, and then I have an audio book. So I got a bunch of books going at one time, but
same.
It takes me a while to get through everything. So I mean, I don't know, maybe there's a mystery I haven't even been introduced to yet. I thought we already knew what the Savages were.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Gemini's hitting at.
Yeah,
as far as I know, I think we know. Yeah, the elites.
I thought we were pretty clear on who they were. Like even, I think because I think they mentioned it like fairly early in the series, like who they were, and then it's revealed as like more of a shock later. And for like a minute, I'm like,
well, Imperator for sure goes over it, and that's book 5. But I think they do mention it, like just kind of offhand throughout the earlier books.
Well, I remember his novel. It was like, hey, like we jumped ahead.
Yeah.
And so unless there's a different explanation that I'm missing, it's like, well, they're us. They're just us stuck in space for God knows how long.
Insane.
It's a divergent, and I love that question in science fiction. That's why I really like the Savages so much. I really love the question of if I kind of wrote this a little bit in my mill sci-fi, but if we look at each other one day and half of human expansion goes left and the other half goes right, and you don't see each other for 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 years, what becomes human at that point? Like we're literally diverging evolution at that point. Yeah. And now it's like, okay,
you get the island effect.
Is anything,
which the island effect is horrifying in the case of
all the different savage humans.
Yeah.
I'm so, I don't know if I haven't finished all the books yet, but I'm like, are they going to do like, there's like one savage ship out there that's like benevolent and like super enlightened and super chill? No,
No.
they never like went and like harassed any planets. When they finally show up, they're like, "Hey, we got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. You know, we don't have hyperspeed, but we got a lot of other cool stuff."
They jump off the boat. Hey, just before anything else, I just wanted to let you guys know. Great news! We cured cancer. So here's that. Like,
I was about to go the other direction. Say like a light hugger shows up, they jump out, and it's like a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses.
They're still like savage, but instead of being violent, they just like knock on your door and try and get you to convert.
Yeah, they still look like horrifying with like it's like a brain in a jar, like in a robot body with like a bunch of tubes and wires, and it's like, "Hello, have you heard the good news about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" And like very monotone.
That'd be good shit, dude.
It's wearing the tie and the pants, and it's got like
same outfit.
exact same outfit.
Dressed up like a Mormon elder. Got the white shirt and the black tie.
I always see those guys pedaling around my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Good
yeah, no, they're cool. They're cool dudes. They're cool dudes. I always try and make sure they got water in the summer while they're out there spreading the word. But the image is comedic.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be so funny. They need to do that. They just need to have like one, like Book of Mormon Savage Hulk, dude. Jason, if you're listening, do it. Yeah. Do you guys got anything else for Hanavar?
I think I'm pretty good on Hanavar for now. The next chapter opens with him and the narrator, like they're like at a campfire eating. So.
Oh yeah, I think I read the first paragraph and I got hungry.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I can't wait to jump in and finally have an excuse to finish this book, which I've been meaning to get back to reading for a while.
I'm glad you recommended it, although I didn't realize you did it just because you wanted to finish it. But yeah, dude, it.
I did it. I liked it. It was exciting.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need some help finishing because like the format can be much. I will admit that.
Yeah.
Especially because like the.
Well, I mean, because obviously I like reading anthos and stuff. So I think it just kind of at first it kind of threw me off because I was expecting it to be more like a regular like a novel, instead of more like a collection. But I do like it, and especially at the end of chapter 4, it seems like things are kind of ramping up, like we said, and pushing forward. So I'm liking it, man. It's cool.
And like you said, after the whole thing with the tunnel, I had to put the book down for a little while because I felt tired.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, ooh.
And like you going back down, like your muscles are burning. There's literally burning embers falling on your back. You're trying to get down before whatever's on top. In this case, a giant boulder comes crashing down on top of you. Yeah, cool book, man. And it's like I always like reading, like getting to read a new author. So I haven't read this guy yet. I've heard a ton of people talk about him. It sucks that he passed away, but yeah, I've been wanting to read his stuff for a while now. So I'm glad you suggested it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I think we just do like 4 chapters a week. If there's 16 chapters. I think we should be through.
There's
14 chapters. I don't know. We'll do the math. And
what is 4?
Yeah.
We could just do a short week.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think Ben is going to be here. Well, he might, I guess, but we don't know if he's going to be here next week. Yeah. All right. We'll figure it out off channel and discuss it, and I'll put it out for the interwebs. But yeah, guys, good talk. Good book club. Way to go, Hanavar. You're a cool guy.
Great. Yeah. So we have on our levels of protagonist suck since we started doing this. We have Esther is still top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like, ooh, like that's a lot of suck. I would put Hanavar somewhere in the void between her and
Baptiste.
Baptiste
life sucks, bro. That guy can't sleep.
Yeah.
He lives around. There's demons everywhere. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, Hanavar fought like a vicious war, lost the city, and now he's like a one-man army trying to put everything back together, and he's old as hell.
Yeah, it's still not. It's still not. Wrath of God or Hand of God bad. It's still not Hand of God bad. Sorry.
Everything about Baptiste, his dad died, his brother died, his mom committed suicide, his uncle thinks he's a loser.
Yeah.
Can't
It's-
sleep.
I mean, Hannibal doesn't even have an uncle to think he's a loser.
Yeah. Everyone like worships him, thinks he's a badass. He's like a legend.
Yeah, but all his relatives are dead.
Not dead.
As far as
his
he
daughter's
knows.
probably still alive. But like,
His daughter might be that other character.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Definitely a rough spot to be in, though. He's not as rough as, or he's rougher than Oz.
Yeah, rougher than Oz.
It depends. I don't know. I'd argue that it depends on which Oz we're talking about. If we're talking about like young man Oz, like Oz on the boat while his family's getting killed,
Yeah.
maybe
true.
not. At least the whole
Yeah.
world's not on fire. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
if we're
don't know.
talking like-
Like Oz has more living relatives than Hannibal.
yeah, but he doesn't. He doesn't get to spend any time with them all. They're all in. I mean, Hannibal doesn't either. So I suppose there's that. That's. I don't know. I think that one's close.
I don't know. Oz's future or his path forward doesn't seem as daunting, although I guess he has to deal with the whole time monster.
Yeah, the time monster.
It doesn't feel as dark and heavy because it's
Pretty sure.
upbeat book.
I'm pretty sure Oz
I
had
don't-
multiple terrible sorcerers out to murder him at the same time at one point.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
just throwing that out there.
I also had a
I
couple
don't-
books before you guys. I had Watcher of the Damned. That's like an apocalyptic Texas, which from the author's description, it just sounded like
Texas.
regular Texas.
Oh, she's good people.
Yeah, she's cool, man. And then I did Bad Dog by myself because at that point I didn't have anybody on the string with me. But
Oh, she's good people too.
yeah, she is. That's a good book, man. I'm reading her second book right now. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if Oz and Hannibal sat down at a bar, they would probably be surprised by how much they had to talk about. Like, man, my family's enslaved. Like, I gotta get out of it. And Hannibal's like, oh, hey, me too.
Samesies.
Could notes on pocket sand.
Yeah, compare
Yeah.
notes on pockets. Too.
I use fire, you use poison. That's very cool. But his poison turned into fire.
He's like,
Flammable poison.
And I set this guy on fire when I didn't mean to. No way, you too?
yeah, he's like, oh, Oz, you picked up all these crazy tricks to try and kill that elf. He's like, yeah, I got them from this cool old guy I met at a bar.
It's mostly sword fighting stuff, but yeah, and improvised weapons.
Yeah, improvised weapons. He could turn anything into a weapon. I was like, well, I could do that too. He's like, hit this guy falling around. He just gave me a book.
And I take all those improvised weapons and I attach a little red to it, and it gets real spicy. But yeah, Ashley Pollard, she's cool, dude. I hope that she writes. I think I've seen Blaine reach out to her. I don't know if it was a serious thing or not, but about writing some Land and Sea books, and that would be dope.
I'm still refining the idea for my pitch for a Land and Sea book, but I want to do something with the Georgia Aquarium.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool, dude.
And I don't know.
Is that land or sea?
Yes.
It's Land and Sea.
I want to do like a fish like Prison Break.
Like we're like from the bases where we hold them to study them.
Yeah. It like the Georgia Aquarium would be like the perfect place to hold a bunch of fish. It's got the environment to contain them.
Yeah.
But it's like I want to do like a fish prison break, but like they don't understand like that's what's happening. And then like when the fish do get to the prison, they just start killing the fish that are in there. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? Like
like Tides of Redemption.
yeah. Like they brought like some like Gulf Coast fish, and now the Southeast fish are
real gangland situation.
That's what happened in Greenland, Greenland gangland.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of my more favorite of the Land and Sea books. I really like that one.
I'm just kicking myself that I didn't send in my Asher design when they were doing that. I was like, oh, I'll get around to it. Never got around to it. My bad. It's too busy with American Saucer.
Well, yeah, guys. I think that's all I got. You guys got anything else for Hanover? Probably wrap up. I got to go help my wife with the kiddos.
I'm good.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll
I
see you
got
next
nothing
month.
else.
See you guys next Monday. See you, Gemini.
Yeah, next Monday.
And Purple BTW from Rumble. All right. So see you
Good night, everybody.
later.